So I'm back out here. You can tell I haven't spent much time out in the yard. Everything's overgrown. Out here with the Mk3 bike. The brakes on this wore out to almost nothing almost immediately. So one of the first things I want to do is we're just going to throw these crappy pads on and hope they do a little bit better. I need to get into here and tighten the choke cable, because last time I rode it, and really the reason I stopped riding it was because the choke lever was vibrating up. And I was just sick of it by that stage, because I've spent so much just trying to get this frame running reliably again. Don't expect me to go far, because these tyres are bald as anything. They need replacing. And the fronts aren't looking too good either. And I just can't be bothered, to be honest. I've got the e-scooter now, which you've all probably been sick of by now, but I thought I'd get out here today and at least try and start it up again. It's the old fuel in there is probably not helping anything either. But if we do get it running and warmed up, then I thought I'd change the jet in that carb, because that needs to be done too. Now we're just going to pull the jet out of the HP carb there and stick it in. And hopefully that gives us enough extra fuel to stop us overheating. You can really see the wear and tear on this pad, which happened on the first ride. There is almost nothing left of this one. They were cheap set of brakes anyway, so I don't expect this one to be any better. But it gives me a bit more peace of mind knowing that I might be able to stop a little bit better. Now, the story on the other side is not much better. It's even more worn than the first one I took off. So hopefully I'll do a better job of aligning the new brakes this time and we won't get such uneven wear. Alright, so with the new brake pads installed and adjusted, well, it seems to be reasonably well. I haven't ridden yet. I'm going to go ahead and tighten up this choke lever, which is actually a really simple process. Alright, now so to tighten this up, it really is as simple as just nipping up that little socket in there, and it doesn't have to be too tight. It just has to be enough to stop the vibrations from rattling this down, which is exactly what's been happening. You can see just how loose that is. So it should be firm but not tight. So I'm going to crack on and get that done. Alright, this is actually starting to piss me off. Because every time I tighten it, as soon as I move it, it loosens again. Now, I've got so many of these carbs lying around, I'm not even too worried about it. So my cheap and nasty fix will be do what I did when I first started this hobby. I'll just get a bit of get an old hair tie and wrap it around the bottom of the carb and around the cable, and that'll hold it up. I will say this about this hobby: sometimes the simplest solutions are the best. That's it. That'll do. Alright, so the jets have been swapped. The BT100 will actually run better with the smaller jet in there, and I'm hoping the larger jet will make this one run better. I realised I did my elastic like an idiot did at first, but it's elastic, it's easy enough to put back on, and we'll see if we can't get this bike started with this old fuel. This hill is steeper than it looks. So it's coughing, it wants to go. I'm unfit. Yeah, it wants to go, but I just don't have the room to get it to fire up in the yard. It's a common problem I have. It's alright if the engine's warm. Nah, I'm gonna have to take it out on the street. So I'll get kitted up. The only really thing I have to do is make an adjustment to the flower nut because the clutch is grabbing at the point where the locking pin in the clutch lever goes in. So just a quality of life improvement. So I'll do that off camera, and then next time you hear from me, it'll be from the GoPro. So we're not going on a big ride. I just basically want to see if I can get it started. This bike just became a death trap. Don't expect to see it again on the channel soon. I'm up for a new wheel now. Can't be fucked doing any more with this bike. Just can't be fucked.